Hello students, welcome to online tutorial of database management system. My name is Bhavna Singh. I am working as an assistant professor in St. Andrews Institute of Technology and Management. In today's session we will discuss about the database management. So let's get started. This lecture is based on the data models in database management system. In today's session, we will cover these topics of Unit 2, that is data models, what are the various categories of data model. In this, we will discuss about record-based data model and its various categories like hierarchical record-based data model, network data model and relational data model. And at the end, we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of each of the data model. So let us begin our today's session with the first topic, that is what is data model. Data models define how the logical structure of a database is modeled. They are the fundamental entities to introduce abstraction in the DBMS. That means data models, it defines all the logical design as well as the structure of the entire database in which we are storing the data, and it also defines how the data will be stored or how it will be accessed and updated in a database management system. So we are in this we are representing all the data and how these data are connected to each other and how they are processed and stored inside the database system. So the purpose of this data model is to represent data and to make the data understandable. That means with the help of these data models, we will be able to understand the data or the structure of the data that is stored inside the database in very easily and in detail. Now this figure shows the categorization of data model. We have two basic types of data model, that is first one is the record based data model and the second one is object based data model. In record based data model, it is further categorized into hierarchical model, network model and relational model, whereas the object database model, it is categorized into object oriented data model and ER model. ER model means entity relationship model. In the coming slides, we will discuss about each one of them in detail. Now let us first understand the first type of data model, that is record based data model. These models specify logical structure of database with records, fields and attributes. And we have named them as record based because the database is structured in fixed format records of several types. That means these record based data models, they are based on the application as well as the user levels of data, and they are modeled because they are defining the logical structure of the objects. That means they are defining the number of fields, number of attributes, the size of the fields, the data types of the fields. So everything related to the conceptual level or everything related to the logics of the database, they are considering all these logical structures. And this data model, it also defines the actual relationship that is between the data, or you can say the actual relationship between the entities that we have stored in the database. Now this record based data model, it is further categorized into three types. The first one is the hierarchical model, the second one is the network model and the third one is the relational model. So students, in today's session we will discuss about all these record based data models in detail one by one. Now let us first understand what is a hierarchical model. A hierarchical database model is a data model in which the data is organized into a tree-like structure. That means in this hierarchical model, all the data that we are storing inside the database, it is forming a tree-like structure, or you can say it is organized in a hierarchical way. That means level-wise, first level, then second level, then third level. So this is forming a kind of hierarchical structure. For example, you can take the example of a index. Whenever we open a book, we have a index, and in that index we have a first topic, then the subtopics under it, then we have the second topics, then under it we have the subtopics. So likewise it is forming a hierarchy, you can say, or it is forming a tree like structure. And in this hierarchical model, we have a single root, that is the single root node containing the data to which all other data is linked. And this hierarchy, it starts from the root data and then it expands like a tree, adding child nodes to the parent node. And in this model, hierarchical model, we can have only a child can have only a single parent node. For example, you can see in this diagram that there is a one company which is a root node and it has two childs like department and suppliers. Then the department is acting like a root node for the two childs like employees and projects. So like this, the data is organized into a tree-like structure with one-to-many relationship between two different types of data. For example, in this figure also, the company is the root node and it is having many departments or it is having many suppliers. And same is the case with the department. Department is the root node and it can have many number of employees and many number of projects as its child. So it is showing the one-to-many relationship. Now let us understand this concept of hierarchical model with a simple example. In this figure you can see that there are four entities: department, student, course and professor. And it is clearly mentioned that the department is acting like a root node, that is it is a parent node and it is having two childs, course and student. Similarly is the case with course, it is acting like a root node or you can say it is acting like a parent node for the child node, that is the professor. So all these entities, they are linked in a hierarchical manner or they are linked in a tree-like structure. So let us understand how the traversing of this data occurs in this hierarchical model. In this, if we want to know that which professor belongs to which department, so we have to first search its detail in the course that the professor is teaching, and then we'll go to the course from where we go to the department, that which course is belongs to which department. So for getting the details of the professor, we have to first traverse the course entity and then we have to traverse the department table. So like this, the traversing becomes very much difficult or very much time consuming, which is a major drawback of this hierarchical model. These are the advantages of hierarchical model. The first one is it helps to address the issues of flat file data storage. Now what happens in flat file data storage? We have discussed in the first unit also that what were the limitations of file oriented system. In those file oriented systems, all the data is scattered into multiple files and due to that the problem of redundancy and inconsistency occurs. So this hierarchical model, it is resolves or you can say it helps to resolve all the issues of flat file data storage and they group all the related data into tables and then define the relationship between these tables, which is not addressed in case of the flat files, because for that all the data are scattered into multiple files and we have to maintain the separate application programs for each of the files. So this was the main limitation of the file oriented system. So this hierarchical model, it addressed that issue of the flat file data storage. Then secondly, it promotes the referential integrity. That means if we made any changes to the parent table, that will be automatically updated in the child table, because the child table, it is connected to the parent table only. So like this, changes can be made very easily. Now apart from many advantages, this hierarchical model has many disadvantages also. The first one is the redundancy. Redundancy means this hierarchical model has the chances that there may be the duplication of data can occur, and because of this duplication of data or the repetition of data, inconsistency of the data can also occur. And the second, it fails to handle many to many relationships efficiently, because in this hierarchical model we have discussed that this model supports only one parent and multiple child. So one to many relationship it is supporting, but it can't handle many to many relationships that much efficiently. Then the third one is, if we need to fetch any data in this model, we have to start from the root of the model and traverse through its child till we get the result. That means it is a very time consuming process and we have to fetch all the data and we have to traverse all the data in order to get the desired data. As we have already discussed in the example also, that if we want to get the details of the professor, then we have to fetch all the details of the course that the professor is teaching, and after fetching all the details of the course, we have to go to the department table. Then we search in that which course belongs to which department. So in this, it is a very time consuming process and it requires a traversing of entire tree, you can say, and we have to search all the nodes in order to get the desired result. Now comes our second type of record based model, that is the network model. This is the enhanced version of hierarchical data model. It is designed to address the drawbacks of the hierarchical model. It helps to address M:N relationship, that is many to many relationship, and any child in the tree can have multiple parents. This means that what we have discussed in hierarchical model, the data was organized in a tree like structure, but in case of this network model, the data is organized like a graph, you can say, and it is allowing to have more than one parent node. That means it is supporting or it is providing many to many relationship. That means many parents that can have many child nodes, and therefore we are calling it as a extension of hierarchical model, because in this hierarchical model we have only the one to many relationships, but in case of this network model we have many to many relationship. And if the data is organized like a graph and it is forming like a network, that all the data is related to every other data, so therefore we can define or we can establish more relationship in this data model. And as data is more related, or you can say data is more connected to each other, then it provides the easy accessing and we can access the data more easily and more faster. So therefore we have called this as an enhanced version of hierarchical model, because this has comes with many advantages over the hierarchical one. And this network model, it was most widely used model before the relational model was introduced, and we will study about the relational model also in the coming slides. And as you can see in this diagram also, that there is a company which is having different projects and different departments, and there are many departments or many suppliers for the company that gives for the input for the project, and hence the project, it has multiple parents, like it is having a department also, it is having the supplier also, and it is having the company also as a parent node. So like this, all the nodes, they are connected to one another and they are forming a network like structures between them. So all these entities like company, supplier, department, employee, projects, they are all connected to each other and then forming a graph like structure. So therefore in this we can say that every single node is connected to the every other node. Now let us understand this concept of network model with this simple example. Like as you can see in this example, we have four entities like department, student, professor and course, and it is clearly mentioned in this diagram also that all these entities, they are related to one another. So if we want to know the details of professor, we can easily traverse it with the help of the department table, and we can easily get to know that which students they are having, or they are enrolled for which department, or which student they are enrolled for which course. So all these entities, they are forming a network and they are connected to one another. So therefore we called it as an enhanced version, because in this we can the traversing becomes very much easier, and it is not that much time consuming, and we can get to know the details of any entity with the help of any other entity. We need not to traverse the entire graph, or we need not to traverse the entire table or all the tables of the all the entities. We can get to know directly with the help of the second entity to which it is connected. Now these are the advantages of network model. The first is accessing the records in the table is easy, because this network model is providing us many to many relationships, and that means every data, or you can say every entity, is connected to every another entity. So like this, the record, or you can say the accessing of records become very much easier, and we can easily access any record by using any tables. And the second is ability to manage more relationship types. because this network model has the ability, it can manage one-to-one relationship also, it can manage many-to-many relationship also. Then the next is easy access to data. Now accessing of the data is simple, because as we compare it to the hierarchical model, in that hierarchical model we have to traverse the entire tree, or we have to traverse all the tables in order to get the desired result. But in case of this network model, since every data is connected to every another data, so they are directly connected to each other, so we can get the data very easily, and we can access the data very easily using any table. Then the next is it provides data integrity, because in network model there is always a connection between the parent and the child segments. So it provides the data integrity, and as we make any changes in the parent table, it will reflect it back in the child table also. So it depends upon the parent child relationships. Now these are the disadvantages of network model. The first one is there is no independence between any objects, because all these objects, they are related to one another, and if we require to make any changes to a single entity, then we have to make the changes to the entire database, because all the entities, they are related to one another and they are dependent on one another. So any changes to any object, it will require to make changes to the entire model, so therefore it becomes little bit difficult to manage. Then the second one we have, it would be little difficult to design the relationship between these entities, because all the entities, they are related in some or the other way, so it requires a thorough knowledge of the designing, and the developer should have the designing knowledge in order to create the relationship between these entities. Then the third one is the system complexity. Since each record, it is maintained or it is connected to one another, so each record has to be maintained with the help of these pointers, because they are relating to one another and they are pointing to one another. So maintaining these pointers, it makes the database structure more complex. Now comes the third type of record based model, that is relational model. The relational model is the theoretical basis of relational databases, which is a technique or way of structuring data using relations, which are grid like mathematical structures consisting of columns and rows. That means in this relational model, it consists of tables, or you can say it consists of a matrix of columns and rows. So in this, the data is organized in the form of tables, and we maintain a relationship between these tables on the basis of common field. And in this structure of relational model, all the information, they are related to a particular type that is stored in rows of that table, and the tables are also known as relations in this relational model. And nowadays only we use this relational model only for the database. So this is the one of the most widely used database model, or we can say that it is the only database model that is used around the world nowadays. So in this figure you can see that it is an example of relational model. In this we have a table. Table is also known as a relation. So why we are calling it as a relational model? Because the data is stored in the form of tables only. And in this the student is the table name. Then we have the columns, we have the fields names like roll number, name and phone number. And in this, each row is also known as the tuple, and the entire table is known as the relation, and the other name for this column is also known as the attributes. So each relation has a name and is formed from named attributes or column of data, and each tuple or row, it holds one value per attribute. Now these are the advantages and disadvantages of relational model. First we will discuss about the advantages. The first advantage is simplicity. This model is designed based on the logical data, and we are using the entire logical data, like we are using the concepts of table, we are using the concept of fields, columns, rows. So it does not consider how the data is physically stored in the memory, and this reduces the burden on the designer, that they don't have to concentrate on how the data is physically stored when they design the database. Then the second one, we have the structural independence. Structural independence means if we make any changes to the database structure, then it does not change the relationship between those other tables or between the existing data. So it provides the total independence from its structure. Then the third one, it supports SQL, that is structured query language. With the help of this SQL, the user can retrieve the data or they can modify the data very easily from the database using the queries only. Then the next, because of the simplicity and independence of the data, or you can say independence of the structure, this kind of model or this relational model is very easy to maintain, and we can easily access the data from these tables with the help of queries. Apart from advantages, it has disadvantages also, like the complexity of the database very high, and we have the high hardware cost to create these types of relations. Now students, on the basis of today's session, we have framed these important questions. Like the first is, what is data model? What are its various categories? In this you have to explain what is data model, why we use it, and what are its various types, like record based, object based. And the second question is, explain how network model has overcome the drawbacks of hierarchical model. In this question you have to explain the limitations of hierarchical model that we have already discussed, and how the network model has overcome all these limitations. Like there was a big problem of traversing the entire database, so you have to explain all these limitations and how network model has overcome all these limitations. So students, now we are ending this session here only. In today's session we have discussed about the data models, and only the record based data model we have discussed so far. But in the next session we will continue this data model, and that we'll discuss about the object based data model with its various types. So thank you so much for watching.